Hello, happy Friday. Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gamansing. In our top story, following the 32nd legislature's rejection of Kevin Rodriguez's qualifications hearing to take seat with the legislative body, Janelle Kayseri, the winner of the April 8, 2017 special elections, filed a writ of mandamus, which was granted in the Superior Court on July 7th. The writ ordered the St. Thomas St. John Board of Elections to certify the special elections, and the senator-elect was sworn in to serve as a senator today. Janelle and her Forward Movement team spoke about their challenges in the Virgin Islands election system.
It's been a long road, and they say, if something's good, you must have to wait for it. And one thing that we've noticed here with the Forward Movement team is that we knew that we would have to fight against the establishment. We knew that in order for there to be change in the VI, you have to put yourself out there. And that's what Janelle did, and that's what we tried to do in supporting her. And, we've also known that the people of the Virgin Islands have yearned for something new. We're tired of the same old politics, and now that we've finally fought and we've persevered, we got one of our own in there, and now our new generation can try and put our foot forward to try and improve these Virgin Islands for everyone. We're very looking forward to election reform and to streamline in our entire process in terms of political. The political apparatus should serve the people, not the other way around.
It was a long journey. It was a very difficult journey, and I've never been tested so deep. My faith, my optimism, my resolve, everything in me was tested. But for me to be here, to know what I know, to do what I do, I had to go through what I went through. And God used me as his vessel to bring to light the many issues that we have in our election system. This whole conflict has torn the community apart. It has torn friends apart. It has torn families apart. It has torn political parties apart. But now is the time to heal. And if we are to achieve some level of political maturity, we cannot run from the tough issues.
Now, Janelle Kayseri was born on St. Thomas, USVI, to Levron and Carla Kayseri, and is the younger of two children. Janelle is an alumna of the Charlotte Amalie High School. Janelle was awarded a 4-year volleyball scholarship to attend Florida Atlantic University, where she earned a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science with a concentration in global governance, interdisciplinary studies of social science, and a minor in history. Janelle also holds a Master of Arts in Organizational Leadership with a certificate in Servant Leadership from Gonzaga University and is a U.S. government certified grant writer. Upon returning to the Virgin Islands, Janelle taught U.S. history at the Charlotte Amalie High School for 3 years. In the year 2010, Janelle assumed the position of the coordinator for the Virgin Islands Department of Sports, Parks, and Recreation. In January 2015, Janelle became the chief researcher and special assistant for the Office of the Lieutenant Governor of the USVI. Janelle was also a part-time professor of political science at UVI. She has coached the Youth National Volleyball Team, is co-founder of Sky High Volleyball Club, former board member of the United Way St. Thomas St. John, and past vice president of the St. Thomas St. John Chamber of Commerce Young Professionals. In 2016, Janelle Kayseri, in her bid for senator, led the Forward Movement campaign, a progressive campaign for government accountability and transparency. Janelle says she's eager to begin working on behalf of the people of the Virgin Islands, diversifying the economy, thus garnering revenue streams to fund initiatives for youth development, senior care, and environmental issues, among the many other needs of our territory. 2 former staff employees of the Virgin Islands delegate to Congress, Stacey Plaskett, has been indicted following an investigation into the circulation of private photos and videos of the U.S. House of Representative member and her husband. The cyber-stalking case is being investigated by the United States Capitol Police and is being prosecuted in the District of Columbia's U.S. Attorney Office. Stephanie Brown has more.
In July of 2016, nude images and videos of the Virgin Islands delegate to Congress, Stacey Plaskett, were posted on Facebook. 35-year-old one R. McCollum of Washington, D.C., and 45-year-old Doreen Brown Lewis, a native Virgin Islander residing in Maryland, were indicted on cyberstalking federal charges. Both individuals are former employees in the Congresswoman's Washington office. Juan McCollum was employed as a general counsel for the delegate and faces 2 counts of cyberstalking. McCollum was a former reality TV personality on VH1's I Love New York show, where he was known for his impertinent behavior. According to released information from the District Court of Columbia's U.S. Attorney's Office, McCollum offered in March of 2016 to assist Delegate Stacey Plaskett in repairing her malfunctioning password-protected cellular iPhone by taking the device to a local Apple store. According to the indictment, Plaskett provided McCollum with the device solely to have the iPhone repaired. In a released statement, Delegate Plaskett stated that her privacy was invaded. Doreen Brown Lewis, who had previously worked alongside McCollum, was indicted on 2 counts of obstruction. Although Lewis is not accused of distributing the images, she allegedly made false and misleading statements to law enforcement officers during an investigation on the images' distribution. Delegate Plaskett addressed the cyberstalking indictment's effects on her family in a press release stating, quote, "While we continue to be saddened by the damage we suffered as a result of those egregious acts, my family and I are also incredibly thankful to the people of the Virgin Islands who have shown us tremendous care, sensitivity, and love throughout this ordeal." For News 2, I'm Stephanie Shalana Brown.
Now, the charge of cyberstalking carries a statutory maximum sentence of 5 years in prison, and the charge of obstruction of justice, that carries a maximum sentence of 20 years of incarceration. In other news, on July 13, 2017, Lieutenant Colonel Kenneth of St. Croix was sentenced to 18 months in prison and 1 year of supervised release for wire fraud, theft of government money, and making a false statement to the government. District Court Chief Judge Wilma Lewis also ordered Alain to pay $10,000 fine, a $4,400 special assessment, and $58,999 in restitution to the Virgin Islands National Guard. Alain was remanded to the custody of the U.S. Marshals to begin serving his sentence. On September 30, 2016, a federal jury in St. Croix found Alain guilty of 42 counts of wire fraud, theft of government money, and making a false statement to the government. Evidence presented at trial established that from on or about May 1, 2010 to on or about February 28, 2012, Alain unlawfully obtained money, overseas housing allowance payments to pay his rent. The evidence established that Alain was not entitled to receive the payments because he did not have any rent payments, and that he lied to federal agents to cover up the fraud. At sentencing, Chief Lewis also found that Alain had engaged in the same criminal conduct since 2005. Well, in this week's Crime Stoppers report, you are reminded that you can earn a reward for your tips by calling 1-800-222-TIPS. Here's this week's report.
On Monday, April 27, 2017, at about 3:33 a.m., a citizen called 911 and reported shots fired in the area of Bolongo Bay. Upon arrival to the scene, VIPD officers observed a male sitting behind the driver's seat of a vehicle motionless. The victim sustained what appeared to be gunshot wounds to his body and was pronounced dead by the medical personnel at the scene. The deceased was later identified as Naim Jamil. Please help police solve this murder. Your assistance in helping the Virgin Islands Police Department solve this matter is greatly appreciated. If you have any information pertaining to this incident, notify Crime Stoppers VI at 1-800-222-TIPS, www.crimestoppersvi.org, or www.p3tips.com, or download the free mobile app P3 Tips onto your mobile device and be able to leave any tip anytime, anywhere. I'm Glenn Drake for VIPD and Crime Stoppers.
The revitalization of Main Street in downtown Charlotte Amalie has once again been halted. A longtime shop owner in the shopping strip shared that the construction on the site has been negatively affecting the health of employees as well as the economic stability of all business owners. Here's more.
Posh Deswani, a longtime business owner on Main Street, expressed unhappiness with the progression of the revitalization project.
This is a big project. It's a community project. And I just don't think the commissioner has handled it very well.
On Monday, June 10th, Gustav James, the commissioner of the Department of Public Works, ordered construction on Main Street to stop immediately in a letter sent to Joe Hollins, the president of Tip Top Construction. Deswani questioned the integrity of the construction company.
His history clearly, low bidding, he can't finish the job, then he gets a cease and desist order, and then he sues the government. This is his history.
In 2013, the government of the Virgin Islands issued an invitation for bids for the Main Street Enhancement Project, and Islands Road was awarded the contract. But Tip Top filed a suit against the government alleging improper rejection, and after legal disputes, Tip Top won the contract. Deswani also stated that the contractual agreements weren't being upheld.
The contract clearly said, in multiple ways, no construction during the day. And when they're doing construction during the day is killing the AC units in the store because now they're totally clogged up with this dust, not counting the most important thing, the health of our staff and us.
The Commissioner of Public Works has not released any statements yet regarding why Tip Top was ordered to halt construction, but Deswani does not oppose the recent actions of Commissioner James.
This guy is not capable. He has to go. He is killing our businesses downtown.
For News 2, I'm Stephanie Shalana Brown.
Commissioner James of Public Works stated in a legislative hearing on Monday that the department was reassessing the project to determine the way forward. Be sure to count on 2. We will keep you updated. Meanwhile, Public Works officials say work on the Northstar Village Road did not begin on Wednesday as planned because of a shortage of aggregate to make asphalt. According to Rowan Crickey, Assistant Commissioner for Public Works in the St. Thomas-St. John District, but work was delayed a second day on Thursday due to the overnight rain and thunderstorms. Now, work includes filling holes and patching potholes that would be dug out and squared off. It will then be filled with the mix and rolled in layer by layer. Residents will be able to get by on the road, they say, while work is underway. Venus Williams' appearance in January's Australian Open final wasn't as it turned out. A temporary return to the head table of the Grand Slam tennis for the 37-year-old, rather. It turned out to be a sign of things to come, with Williams heading to Saturday's Wimbledon final. The U.S. star reached a second Grand Slam final this year and simultaneously ended the chances of a first British women's winner at Wimbledon since 1977, when she dispatched Joanna Konta, who grew up idolizing the tennis-playing Williams' sisters. Keeping our eye on the economy, Honda has issued yet another recall, this time for Accords produced between 2013 and 2016. The recall follows multiple reports of battery sensors causing fires in the engine. Honda says the sensors may not be sufficiently sealed against moisture. That means substances like road salt can get in and the sensor and cause that to short and potentially catch fire. Honda says there have been no reported injuries relating to the issue. It will begin notifying affected owners later this month. You can see if your car is included in the recall by going to recalls.honda.com. Taking a look at the numbers there, we can see everything up. The Dow 84, NASDAQ 38, S&P 500 up 11. Coming up on News 2, we have much more updates, including your weekend guide and what happened with that power outage with WAPA. That's coming up next. Welcome back. Well, here's an update. A generator trip was the cause of a power outage on 7 feeders on St. Thomas Thursday morning, WAPA said. Unit 25 of the Harley power plant tripped offline about 10:25 a.m. and cut power to the north side and other sections of St. Thomas. WAPA's spokesperson John Grillo also said that WAPA employees at the station brought Unit 14 online to replace the tripped unit that allowed them to fully restore power by 11:14 a.m. There were also some on and off again situations due to the thunderstorms, they say, that blew through the islands late Wednesday and early Thursday morning because of tree limbs and branches. Well, Virgin Islands Port Authority is alerting the community that the Port Authority parking lot adjacent to the U.S. Customs facility in Cruise Bay St. John will be closed from Monday, July 17th through Wednesday, July 19th for striping. The parking lot will reopen on Thursday, July 20th. VIPA's Executive Director David Mapp apologizes for any inconveniences this may cause the traveling public. Well, Virgin Islands Office of Veterans Affairs, as we reported, they hosted 2 hours long of a Veterans Town Hall meeting on Thursday, July 13th at the Department of Education's Curriculum Center here in St. Thomas. Local and regional Veterans Affairs representatives were in attendance to answer questions and address some concerns. State Director of the Virgin Islands Office of Veterans Affairs, Patrick Farrell, Acting Director of the Veterans Affairs Caribbean Healthcare System, Antonio Sanchez, and the Assistant Director of the Veterans Benefit Administration, San Juan Regional Office, Abner Concepcion, and Head of the St. Thomas Veterans Clinic, Dr. Leland Cleveland. They were all in attendance, and the Acting Director as well, Antonio Sanchez, he assured veterans that their concerns would be duly noted and that improvements in services to them determined by their direct feedback remain a top priority. He said such past feedback led to the recent hiring of an additional clerk at the clinic. Attendees were implored to come to the clinic, encourage their peers and friends as well to utilize its many services. The Assistant Director Abner Concepcion assured veterans that these resources are allocated for them because of their proven commitment to the territory. Well, in May 2016, Kenneth Lewis, who is the Coral Conservation Manager for the Nature Conservancy's Caribbean program, traveled to Hainan Island, China, to help set up the country's first coral reef nursery. He was joined by Dr. Phil Kramer from the Conservancy's Global Oceans team, and they spent over a week in Hainan training them on best practices developed here in the USVI. While in Hainan, a PBS film crew captured the training and footage of the nursery installation, aired this Wednesday on PBS's Big Pacific's episode Passionate. Similar coral nurseries were established in the USVI since 2009, and the program has grown since, outplanting over 25,000 elkhorn and staghorn corals in the VI. Kudos to them. Job well done there. Virgin Islands Department of Agriculture will be holding their 5th annual Value-Added Market Day Vendorama. That's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday, July 29th at the Rudolph Schultebrand Agricultural Complex. Now, they say the purpose of the market is to allow local farmers and vendors to showcase products that are made from locally grown agricultural produce. Products expected to be available to the public include honey, soaps, fruit wines, fruit-flavored honey wines, fruit juices, hot sauces, jams, baked goods, lotions, and more. Carlos Robles, Virgin Islands Department of Agriculture Commissioner, said the environmental conditions of the VI are perfect for the cultivation and production of a large number of tropical fruits. However, availability of these fruits is seasonal. He says this is an excellent venue for persons in the community to show what they can do to extend the shelf life and add value to perishable produce. Value-added items can significantly increase a farmer's income. Federal and local government agencies will also be present there to provide information on programs and incentives that are available to start or improve business. Well, something else going on this weekend to all those who love hot sauce, like myself. This is your weekend to rejoice because the annual Strand on Fire hot sauce competition that takes place Saturday in the Comanche Gardens in downtown Christiansted. It's sponsored by the Crew de Croix. There will be a wide variety of hot sauces to taste and buy. Tasting starts at 3 p.m. Admission is $6. You can bring canned goods or children's clothing, which will be donated to One Love charity, and admission is only $5. What do you get when you mix bartenders, games, and a great cause? You get the Bartender Server Olympics. That's coming up as well this weekend. Lots of events there. St. Croix's new Deep End Bar and Grill hosts this annual event, a fundraiser for the St. Croix Animal Welfare Center. Events include the three-legged race and more. This year's theme is Midsummer Halloween, and there will be live music by Kurt Schlinder. Admission is $10, and all proceeds will benefit the St. Croix Animal Welfare Center. What else is on tap this weekend? If you don't want to attend any of these, Emmett P. has your weekend guide, which much more.
Summer 2017 has been hot. Here's a quick highlight of events thus far. 2017 King of the Wings, St. John Festival, USVI and BVI Poker Run. But the best is still to come. Get ready for the biggest event of summer 2017, Dancehall on the Seas, Saturday, July 22nd, featuring Mighty Crown, Willie Chin and DJ Country. Get your tickets today. Now for your weekend events. Friday, Happy Hour at the Mile Pole, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., featuring DJ Rookie. Art Vodka presents Full Cup Fridays, $15 all you can drink. Knowledge of Self Fish Fry Food Sale, 6 p.m. until at the Fort Christian parking lot. Kylo and Colin Birthday Bash 2017 feature all the entertainers at the Crush Nightclub. Saturday, BVI Vibe Band exclusive album release features Rock City, Kylo and Swangs, plus Vibe Band. Miss BVI swimsuit competition at Peter Island Resort and Spa, sponsored by CCT. St. Croix, Saturday, it's a kick-out sound clash, Beat and Teach Them edition, starring the King of the VI, King Animosity, versus the King of Bronx, New York, Stereo 5, early juggling by Super Tracks International and the 5-star General of White to Clay. This all takes place at the Aqua Lounge. St. Thomas, the 2017 VI Wet Fed features Asa Banton, BDJ, and OMG. The Big People Party, DJ Pete Annual Birthday Bash features Cool Session Brass. Sunday, the 29th Annual Bastille Day Kingfish Tournament, music by Cool Session Brass, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., Them Fellas Band immediately after. The best party of the week, Sunday afternoon party at Virgin Haven, featuring Spectrum Brand, drink special, delicious food off the grill. One party not to miss. Save the date, Friday, July 28th, a night in the dungeon. Entertainment by DJ Cypher. Party in a sexy, mystique environment.
Sounds like a lot going on. Well, be sure to stick around. We have much more straight ahead. News Sports is coming up. Be right back.
Well, as we take a look across the area, you can see a tropical wave that's passing just to the south here. So that's bringing a couple of showers around the area, and as we take a closer view here, we can see the southern end of the leewards. That's where we're seeing the most activity with the shower enhancement as that wave is moving westward. Into the Virgin Islands, we're going to see a shower or two around for tonight. Temperature of 80 degrees. And then for St. John tomorrow, 90 degrees, a shower or two in the area. And also into St. Thomas, we're at 90 degrees. There could be a shower or two around. Otherwise, we have a mixture of clouds and sunshine at times. In St. Croix, 90 degrees, a shower or two around the area. And our marine forecast for the Atlantic side, we have waves of 3 to 5 feet. Winds are out of the east at 10 to 15 knots. And the Caribbean side, it's the same thing. We have waves at 3 to 5 feet and winds are out of the east at 10 to 15 knots. Now, as we take a look at what we can expect over the next several days, only a spotty shower or two around for your Saturday, and that's when we'll have a little bit more activity with some of those showers. And then on Sunday, only a spotty shower, so only isolated and brief on Sunday and on Monday. Then as we go into Tuesday, we have another wave that's going to bring an uptick in some of the showers. So we'll see a couple of showers around on Tuesday, more in the way of some clouds around on Tuesday. Behind that, though, on Wednesday, we have sunshine, breezy, warm, and our temperature will be at 90 degrees. Sandy, back to you.
Not too bad. Thank you for that. Our News 2 weather picture there by Lucy Thomas of Great Minds Summer Learning Academy 2017. Nice picture there, Lucy. We see that you include some sunshine and blue skies as we head into the weekend. Hope you have a wonderful one. Send us your News 2 weather picture to the address on the screen and tune in to see it right here on News 2. Be sure to stick around. News 2 Sports comes your way next.
I'm Gary Anthony, and this is News 2 Sports. The FIBA Central Basket Women's Championship is in full press mode. Last night, the Virgin Islands women's team did something they'd never done before. Beat Mexico 63-55. The first quarter belonged to Victoria Hamilton, who scored 10 of her 18 points outside and inside. And then outside again. Team captain Natalie Day finished with 19 points to go with 8 rebounds, and Amani Tate contributed 13 points and 7 boards. The VI was able to overcome 21 turnovers in pushing their record in the tournament to 2-0 going into tonight's contest versus the Bahamas at 7:30.
Thought today was a great win. Thought the girls came in with the right mindset. They came in focused, followed the game plan, executed. It's the first time in history for women's that we beat the Mexico team, so it's a huge deal. Definitely proud of this team, but at midnight, we turn the page and go for Bahamas tomorrow. We don't worry about what anybody else does in this tournament. We worry about ourselves. Myself and the coaching staff does a great job doing our homeworks, getting the girls prepared. So we expect to compete every night, one game at a time, and find a way to win. That's just the bottom line, find a way to win.
I felt like I played well. I played defense, and there's always room for improvement. And I just forget about this game, and I'm ready to move on to the next. Definitely physical, but we just know that we have to protect ourselves because we might not get calls that we typically get if we, let's say, in college. But it doesn't affect my game in any way. I still attack and be aggressive. Well, our expectations coming in were to win gold, so that's the same thing. We just do it one game at a time. As long as we stick to our game plan, we have a great chance of winning.
Also 2-0 going into tonight's action is Puerto Rico, who continued their dominating play yesterday with an 87-55 stomping of Guatemala. Ashley Perez had a team-high 17 points, followed by Deshalee Shalaman with 14. Once again, Puerto Rico won the turnover battle, converting 15 Guatemala turnovers into 24 points. Now, not to look too far ahead, but I'm going to anyway. Sunday's showdown between the VI and Puerto Rico could be for the gold medal. That game is at 7:30, and the gym should be packed. And earlier today, Jamaica took down Guatemala 66-48, thanks in large part to a dominating third quarter where they outscored Guatemala 20-6. Tarita Gordon led Jamaica with 16 points as Jamaica has a 2-1 record heading into the weekend play. That's it for sports. Have a fabulous weekend, everybody. Sandy, back to you.
You as well, Gary. Thank you for that. On behalf of all of us here at News 2, have a wonderful weekend. We will see you next time.